step back in time to an era when Milan wasn't just a city but a revolution in fashion waiting to happen. The 1980s were a transformative period for Italian designers who took ready-to-wear clothing from simple off-the-rack garments to high art. These visionaries didn't just create clothes, they crafted cultural movements. But here's where it gets fascinating. Their work wasn't just about aesthetics. It was about rewriting the rules of accessibility and luxury in fashion. So what made these designers so groundbreaking? Let's dive into the collections that defined a decade. Gianfranco Ferre's Fall 1982 ready-to-wear collection was nothing short of iconic. Known as the architect of fashion, Ferre brought structure and innovation to every piece. His designs weren't just outfits, they were statements. And if you think his Spring 1984 collection was any less impactful, think again. It was a masterclass in blending elegance with modernity, setting trends that would ripple through the industry for years. Meanwhile, his Fall 1980 runway show introduced a new era of bold silhouettes that challenged traditional ideas of femininity. Was this rebellion against convention the secret to his success? You decide. But Ferre wasn't the only name making waves. Mario Valentino's Spring 1981 ready-to-wear line showcased his knack for combining practicality with flair. Valentino proved that fashion could be both wearable and aspirational, a concept that still resonates today. Speaking of aspirational, Versace's Fall 1980 collection turned heads with its daring use of color and texture. By the time Spring 1983 rolled around, Versace had cemented its reputation for opulence, thanks in part to standout pieces worn by models like Dalma Caiato and Amalia Verielli. Can we really talk about luxury in fashion without mentioning Versace? And this is the part most people miss. While big names like Armani and Versace dominated headlines, other designers were quietly shaping the landscape. Take Basil's Fall 1983 collection, which offered a fresh take on tailoring, or Giorgio Armani's Spring 1981 line, which redefined understated sophistication. Even lesser-known labels like Byblos, under the creative direction of Keith Vardy and Alan Cleaver, pushed boundaries with their Spring 1985 runway show. Their designs felt youthful yet refined, capturing the spirit of the times perfectly. Of course, no discussion of 1980s Italian fashion would be complete without mentioning Fendi. Their Fall 1980 leather collection was a game-changer, blending craftsmanship with contemporary style. Fast forward to Spring 1982, and Fendi continued to innovate, proving that they were more than just fur coats and handbags. Similarly, Krizia's Fall 1985 collection stood out for its experimental approach, while Missoni's Fall 1981 line celebrated the joy of pattern and color. These designers weren't just following trends, they were creating them. Now, let's not forget Moschino, whose playful yet provocative designs became synonymous with 1980s eccentricity. Whether it was their Spring 1985 collection or the unforgettable Fall 1986 runway show featuring Violetta Sanchez, Moschino always kept audiences guessing. Or consider Romeo Gigli, whose Spring 1988 and Spring 1990 collections, including the whimsically titled Dancing Romeo, showcased his ability to blend romance with avant-garde elements. His acid yellow silk shantung wrap top, paired with slim pants, remains one of the most talked-about looks of the era. So why does all of this matter today? Because the legacy of these designers lives on in every stitch, seam, and silhouette we see on runways worldwide. They taught us that fashion isn't just about clothing. It's about storytelling, identity, and pushing boundaries. But here's the kicker. Not everyone agrees on which designer left the biggest mark. Some might argue for Armani's timeless elegance, while others champion Versace's unapologetic glamour. Who do you think deserves the crown? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take.